Hey there, lots going on in the garden. Lots has been going on in the garden with quite a few changes. So today I think I'm going to talk about the 12 permaculture principles and take you on a tour of the garden. All right. Oh, and by the way, hi, I'm Liz and welcome to Groovy Happy You, where I do kind of ramble on about living in a 55 plus mobile home community, permaculture type guidelines, and homesteading in place. All right. Let's get on it. Okay, so as I've said, yes, lots and lots going on. One of the things permaculture has been called is organized common sense. And well, I've kind of butchered that concept because I'm in the middle of disarray yet again, or maybe it's yet still. I do have some little natural beauty spots. One of the first principles is to observe and interact. And the fact that it's taken me since July to make this much progress and to adapt, well, that's the first order of business. Observe and interact. I've taken down the back 40 of oleander. I still have stump removal and a little bit more abatement to do because it took the hacking down like a haircut and just grew back twice as happy. And this, it would be part of the, oops, sorry about the bump there. This would be part of the catch and conserve energy. My brother gifted me a rain barrel and it's currently full because we actually had some rain this week, which was unexpected and quite welcome. But I'm also using the heat of the walls. This is like a little microclimate. So there's that. And then my bench in the patio area is a great place for napping. So again, conserving energy. Next up is to create a yield. So I've got some salad greens and some beets coming up. Ooh, I got a little lizard running back in the background. But anyways, here is my pretty little yield. It's coming along and I've started harvesting some leaves to go in salads and even some kale for the smoothies. I'm up to 5, so this one is about value renewable resources and services. So right now, and I'll show you a picture earlier somewhere here, but I am using and recycling my totes that I've used for moving around, like my little nomadic lifestyle for the last several years. But here they are being reused. These larger size black containers were offered up as a little exchange area at the nursery I most frequent. So I'm using those up. And this is what's kind of fun. I'm getting to get my hands into the soil while I'm still working on disrupting that back 40. Well, there's pictures of the oleander while I try to uncover my compost bin. So produce no waste. This is where it all goes. It goes into my compost bin, except for the oleander. Oleander is toxic and I do not want that in my compostable area. I want it off my property, preferably. And goes back to the renewable energy. So this is some leaves that I collected in the fall and early winter from a sycamore tree that's at a school ground nearby, and I'm creating leaf mold. This has got all kinds of good nutrients to add to my soil when I start getting into that purposeful soil regeneration. In the meantime, I use it in the bottom of my totes and large containers. This next one, number 7 on my list, here is design from patterns to details. So this one was always a little abstract for me. Pretty much it says, and I'm going to have to read this, is understand the natural patterns and systems in your environment, such as water flow, sun exposure, and wind patterns, and then design details based on these patterns, working in harmony. So this little area here, it gets a lot of sun during the day, and it's also created a little natural microclimate, which is pretty cool. Actually, it's pretty warm, which is one of those things where I can grow the right plant in the right place if I want to kind of push around my edges a little bit, but it's also one of those areas where if you get it wrong, you can scorch your plants. I scorched my aloe vera, but she's coming back. This is an example of integrate rather than segregate. I've got my little alyssum here to help pop along my strawberry. So it's attracting pollinators, and when I finally allow my little strawberry to actually put some flowers up, the bees and everything will be ready to do their job. Over here again, strawberries and some mint next to each other. Pretty much the same reason. I wasn't really born with a strong gene of patience. People tell me I have a lot of patience for some things, but pretty much in this garden area, I want to jump in and wave my magic wand and produce this beautiful area here the way it has in my mind. Because in my mind, it doesn't look quite like this. So the number 9, use small and slow solutions. So bit by bit, I've pulled out this flipping oleander. And my slow solutions are to use pots and totes and start producing results and growing a crop here of my own little garden veggies. I definitely have to fortify it with farmers market items, but checking out the farmers market, I've actually regrown a few of their scraps, and this is my slow methodical method of trying to restrain myself. The areas where I don't restrain myself show up when I go and make a garden nursery raid. Okay, so this next one, number 10, use and value diversity. I've got quite a few diversity things going on here. Definitely in my plant area, but also in my human population area. I have a lovely community, and it's fairly diverse for this area anyways. It could definitely stand some more diversity, but it is what it is, and it's not likely to change overnight, but here it is. I have some lovely neighbors that pop over, and we keep an eye on each other. Number 11, use edges and value the marginal. Well, here this stuff is right up against my house, and ordinarily people would consider this just a waste of space, but I'm able to use it pretty well. I've got what looks like a bunch of garbage cans, and they've been useful for getting rid of the oleander. One's got the leaf mold going in it, and this is right up in my house, and it goes upwards. They didn't grow quite as tall as I wanted them to. I think that hot spell we had a couple weeks back pretty much stunted them, but they did are producing, and it's otherwise would have been a wasted space, but it's worked out pretty well. I think my next crop will be something that likes shade, because this area does get more shade. It definitely gets at least 4 good hours. And it can be rather intense heat, like it is today, but I think that's magnified by the humidity. And last but not least is creatively use and respond to change. Well, this whole adventure down here to the Central Coast has definitely been a response to change. There's been a lot of changes. Not just to my garden, not just to living alone for the first time in my adult life, well, no, I guess I've had brief moments, but pretty much my entire adult life has been with somebody. My health has changed, and yeah, it's definitely changed, and I'm definitely responding to it. I have completely flip-flopped my addiction to, which is still there, but I have an addiction to dairies and fats, especially my half and half creamer and butter. But I've been off of those for over 2 weeks now. I'm learning to embrace a plant-based diet, and yeah, embracing and celebrating change. Now, I know some of you will cringe at my beginner attempt at permaculture, and others may actually be somewhat impressed. Leave your comments down below. I'll take the criticism, I'll take the encouragement. Prefer the encouragement, but you know, that's one of the principles, right? Accept feedback. All right, here we go. Thanks for tuning in today, and as always, stay groovy.